all of the directors, but since I've had the task of viewing it probably 10 times more than anybody around this bench, I felt it best that I be the one who made the motion, that we, with all deliberate speed, do what our city attorney has recommended and consider the purchase of the property that the former Majestic Hotel resides. And in the amount of $680,000, was that correct?
And authorizing and directing the mayor to execute an offer and acceptance in that amount?
Yes.
On the terms so stated?
Yes, so stated.
We have a motion.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Did everybody get to ask the questions or the comments that you wanted to?
I would just like to make a comment. It should be obvious to the audience that we don't talk a lot between meetings.
Well, somebody's going to talk. Okay. Any other comments, questions?
Right.
Okay. Would you please call the roll?
Yes. Davidson.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Williams.
Aye.
Raymond.
Aye.
Foley.
Aye.
Carney.
Aye.
It is adopted.
It is adopted.
Would you like to sign? Shall I drive it up to Little Rock tonight?
Hit the road. All right. Hearing no further discussion, would you? I need a motion to adjourn.
Second.
You have a motion? Who did the motion? Oh, you did, and you did say, okay. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. We are adjourned.
Well, we are really excited to hear what just happened. So tell me a little bit and summarize what just happened with regard to the Majestic.
Well, as you know, we've been trying to put pressure on the property owner literally from the day after the fire and have just went into a litigious battle, which you know and I know takes a long time and doesn't accomplish anything. But we were still hoping that eventually he would capitulate. And I think what happened today was it was an opportunity that he presented to the city to acquire the entire 5 acres, not just the yellow building, which is really what we needed. And we can in turn take that asset that we're getting for arguably a good price. And now,
and what did the city pay for it?
$680,000.
Okay.
He had that listed originally at about 3.1.
Right.
What is it really worth? Hard to say.
Right.
But I think that by virtue of the fact the city now owns the property, or will in 30 days, that we'll be able to get more help from the federal government to take down the buildings. Maybe we look at saving the red one. But anyway, whatever we do,
Right.
we'll be able to do that much more efficiently and economically than he
Right.
would. I can promise you
Right.
that.
Well, now, let me ask you. I heard a little bit, but I'm not clear. The July the 8th hearing that was scheduled for him to appear will no longer happen.
I think what the city attorney said was he will probably enter into a plea agreement.
Okay.
So that will be effectively removed from this consideration.
Okay. So will there be any fines or anything paid by Gary Hassenflue or his LLC?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know that he has paid some fines.
Right.
And that there are some that are pending. You know, one thing you have to really think about is, you know, sometimes cities and citizens have to think about what's the best thing long term.
Correct. Right.
I would agree that lack of accountability here is troubling. But on the other hand, a community like ours has a wonderful opportunity to do something that will affect this town for 100 years. And so when you think long term,
Right.
this is
right. But you know there's going to be people out there that are going to say, well, why did we not hold him accountable, to pay something?
Well, and that's where you have to weigh
Exactly.
a risk and a reward.
Right.
Yes, there are
Right.
people who said that, and if I could read the future, maybe they're right. But here's the negative. The property owner could sell to someone who might be worse than what we've seen with him.
Right.
You might have to condemn it, and you don't know what a jury 2 years from now might think about the taking of private property for
Right.
some use. That's always troubling.
Yes.
The cost of litigation, and as I tried to say earlier, the negative impact on the neighborhood, to me, outweighs whatever premium the public paid, because it's imperative that we continue cleaning up Park Avenue. Some of our best restaurants are
Absolutely.
up there.
Yes.
The Velda Rose is on the market. The Velda
Right.
Rose, to me, will benefit greatly. The Central Fusion right across from that, the Math and Science
Yes.
School.
Yes.
There's a lot of players who've been affected by
Right.
that rubble sitting there for a year. So
You're
I-
right. You're right.
I think it's a
And I'll tell you, not only did you, but Director Foley summarized what our risk would be. And you're right, waiting, in my opinion, waiting is such a risk. We've waited so long already that this is one step forward. And in my opinion, it's a giant step forward. And I really applaud you and the City of Hot Springs for what you've done, because I think that this is a great step. And I'm really happy.
I know.